Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Believe people when they show themselves, right? You know what? I saw something on Instagram the other day. A woman was saying how she was mad at this dude, right? And she was pissed off. She was yelling and all that, and the dude was all calm. He looked at her and said, "You ain't really mad at me. You mad at yourself. I told you who I was when we got together. I showed you who I was. You just mad because you couldn't change me." And I was like, man, that's some deep stuff. That was deep. She came up with it and made that realization, or at least accepted what was pointed out to her. But I was like, that's deep. Because, I'm going to tell you what. A lot of people go through life and they don't see a person as they really are. They see like a fantasy image of what they want that person to be. And it's usually a case of they physically attracted to that person, so they imagine that this person will be on something else. Like you get a lot of women who they'll see a guy and he's physically what they want. He cute or muscular, whatever they like, stylish, whatever, charismatic, whatever they like, right? But because they might follow a certain religious path and they don't, they'll look at that guy's like, well, I can convert him, or he really likes that. So they'll start projecting onto his personality. Some women will be blatant about it, and they'll try to change him into what they want him to be. They'll start doing little things, to change him, right? And sometimes on the surface, they seem like it succeeds until it gets to that point where the person's true character come out. Like if a woman trying to change a man, his true character come out. And men do it too. They knew the woman was promiscuous when they met her. They saw it. That's why they were attracted to her. But they thought, oh, well, if I clean her up and I do all this, she'll be a good woman. She'll change. And then when they still behave the same way that they were when you met them, you ready to yell at them and say, what's wrong with you? It's like nothing wrong. They doing what they were. A bear is a bear. People try to clean up that bear, domesticate them, but wrong moment, that bear's still going to try to eat you. That's why you get some of those times you hear about lions in a circus or something, they attack the trainer. I was like, man, it's still a lion, right? When you see what people do, it's up to you to accept it, right? Stop thinking, well, if they grow or something, they may never grow, It's like, yeah, on one level they might be ideal, but that other level might never show up. And you got to just accept it, right? And when they show who they are, believe them. Don't think, oh, well, they'll grow out of it because they bringing something convenient to the table. Or they'll grow out of it, or if they're around me, they'll change, or they'll start dressing better, or they'll start acting more sophisticated. Well, nah, probably not. That's an unfortunate thing that the overwhelming majority of people out there will... Whatever personality type they had at 5 years old, they'll have at 95. The overwhelming majority. They'll have some they'll have some little nuances areas they might have grown in. And usually people like that, they grow just enough to survive in life, but they still got the same mentality. Most people are not going to change. Most people are going to be whoever they're going to be. But it's up to you to decide whether or not you're still going to deal with that person. Like if you meet a person, always assume, even though everybody should be growing, you need to ask yourself right there. You can't look at it. You got to deal with that person right there and say, is this how this person going? If this is how this person is, okay, yeah, there's some stuff I like. And like I said, it's usually like a physical attraction. But there's some personality stuff I don't like, right? It's better that you go on that personality stuff that you don't like, because the stuff you don't like in the beginning, you won't like at the end. That's really where it is, because you thinking, oh, they're going to change and stuff. I mean, I've actually had some people say, well, you haven't changed. I was like, I ain't supposed to. I told them I ain't supposed to. Now, if I do so on my own, yeah, but not for this person on this person's timetable. Whenever somebody going to change, it's going to be because they want to, not because somebody showed them some love or something. They showed you. Like my favorite with that, speaking of the relationship part, I've known several women who've gotten with blatant womanizers, blatant players, right? And then when he plays them, when he cheats on them, they catch him in a lie or something, they get upset. They ready to curse him out. And I've told some women will tell you, if they hear this, they say, yeah, Rom told me. I say, that dude was a player when you met him. What you think was so special about you, he's going to change that. Right? You know, a lot of people are very honest about who they are. They present their real face. A lot of people don't, but some people do. You know, if a person's a jerk or something, boom. Now, it's not to say they don't have good traits in them or don't have the possibility of change. But don't, like I said, they're not going to do it according to your schedule. They're going to do it according to their own schedule. You got to think about that. Think about that, right? So whenever you meet that person, whatever you see right there, assume that's what it's going to be 10 years down the road. Assume that's what it's going to be 20 years down the road. And if you feel like this is getting on your nerves, then, you know, don't try to force them just because you like their smile or something. Or, you know, you like how their legs look. Or how big their chest is. Or even if they got money. Yeah, they got money, but they still got those characteristics. Don't think okay, I'm going to get that part, but then I'm going to change this part. It don't work that way. Right? And don't get mad when it doesn't. In fact, well, no, I'll say this. Maybe if you get mad at yourself. Because you saw this from the get-go, but you chose to ignore it. So when people show themselves, believe them. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I want y'all to keep rising and transforming. Peace.